Okay, so when we take on 16, we're given 2n squared equals negative 10n minus 7. And anytime you have three different terms, this is an indication that you really want to strive for getting the trinomial, or the three different terms, all on one side. So if you see what I'm doing here, you'll see that to start this problem off, we move everything over to one side. This is what you should always do. The next thing you want to try to do, even if the question says solve using the quadratic formula or whatever, if you can factor this, factor. Because one, factoring is a method we've spent most of the semester doing, and two, it's easier. But if you try to factor this, whether I put 7 with the 2 or I put 7 off to the side here, there's no combination that's going to give me 10. So factoring doesn't work. This is one problem that I really do have to use the quadratic formula to solve. So we have 2n squared plus 10n plus 7, wrong color, plus 7 equals 0. Okay, so we're going to use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright, and what we're going to do is we just plug into this formula, and we get where a is 2, b is 10, and c is 7. And so when I substitute in, I have negative 10 plus or minus square root 100, that's 10 squared, minus 4ac all over 2 times 2, which gives me negative 10 plus or minus square root 100 minus 56 all over 4, which is negative 10 plus or minus square root 44 over 4, which is negative 10 plus or minus square root 4 square root 11 over 4, which is negative 10 plus or minus 2 square root 11 over 4. And here's where it gets interesting. So we have negative 10 plus or minus, what did I say, 2 square root 11 over 4. And what you want to do here is, because 10 and 2 have a factor of 2, I can factor a 2 out, and I have negative 5 plus or minus square root 11 over 4. Which is me saying what? I just essentially did reverse distribution. So note 2 times negative 5 is negative 10, 2 times the square root of 11 is 2 square root of 11. Okay, so from here, the 2 and the 4 divide out, leaving me with 2 on the bottom, and there's my answer. Negative 5 plus or minus square root 11 over 2. And I think the way that it often is written, and this is the way your answer choice is, but it's often written as such. And hopefully that makes sense to y'all. So the idea really is that realizing the quadratic formula right here, and then once you get the quadratic, realize that's a, that's b, that's c, substitute in. You got to realize when you have the square root of 44, you can take out a square root of 4. You know, why did I take 4? Because that's a perfect square root. What do I mean by perfect square root? The square root of 4 is 2, right? So possible perfect square roots are like 4, 9, 25, 16, 36, etc., etc. Okay, square root of 4 is 2, and when we break it down, be able to write it this way, but also be able to write it so that they're separated. Alright, that made sense. See you on the next video.